MarkVision, where we sit down with extraordinary people who've done extraordinary things. Can I have you give your name and a brief description of what you did in Vietnam?
Certainly. My name is Howard Baugh, and I flew KC-135s. We did the air-to-air refueling. Our airplane carried almost 200,000 pounds of jet fuel, and we could transfer out to any other airplane that could receive it.
There was a story you told me about you being in the 6th grade.
Oh, yeah.
And your teacher asked you what you wanted to be.
When I was in the 6th grade, I was the only black kid in that class, and this is at McClellan Air Force Base in Sacramento, near Sacramento, California. I had to write a paper about what we wanted to be when we grew up. And I wrote about I wanted to be a pilot, like my dad. Well, my teacher came to me and said to me, it's well written, but highly unrealistic. She says, there are no colored pilots, you can't fly. And I said, but my dad's a pilot. And she said, and she laughed. She said, no, just because he's in the Air Force doesn't mean he's a pilot. I said, I know he's a pilot, I've seen him fly. And she didn't believe me. I did not tell my parents about my conversation with my teacher because I was afraid they would dump on her, she would dump on me. But I brought my dad to class in his flight suit with his helmet. It was on career day, and there was lots of kids brought their parents to the school to do a presentation. I watched my teacher during my dad's presentation, and I don't think she believed a word of it. And she wasn't an evil, hateful, nasty person. She just didn't know. It was the culture back then. Most people thought that because I was black, I couldn't do certain things that whites could. Right. Human beings are human beings. Yeah. We share the same genetic makeup no matter what the color of our skin is. A lot of people will marginalize blacks. However, don't let that stand in your way. Keep your eye on the prize.
Absolutely.
I was thrilled to death that I made it through pilot training. There was a lot of bigotry, a lot of racism. There were a lot of the instructor pilots and the check airmen. I even heard, I had a check airman come and tell me that I had failed a check ride with a 93%. And out of 100, I had a 93%, and the guy failed me. And he said that the reason he failed me was because he didn't feel I was safe. Now, that's pretty vague. One of the other flight check airmen came to me and told me, he says, he failed you because he said I shouldn't be there. That the colored should not be going through pilot training. I took a recheck and I passed and graduated from pilot training, but there was a lot of racism, and you knew it. But you don't take your eye off the prize. You got to keep on keeping on. There are always people who are going to treat you unfairly, marginalize you, and think that you cannot accomplish what you know you can. Nobody knows you like you know you, so don't listen to them. I didn't listen to them. Keep your eye on the prize. You can be anything that anybody else can be.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We all have obstacles. Not all of them because of the color of our skin. But we all have obstacles that we have to overcome. Keep your eye on the prize. Keep on keeping on.